Marty Norris here, and I want to speak today to people who are network marketers, or people maybe who are thinking of becoming network marketers, or doing something, off a different path than, what most people are trained to think: go get a job and work there for 40 years. And there's nothing wrong with that. But anyways, I want to speak to you today that if you're putting your information out there and people are not responding, here are some of the reasons why. So that when you keep putting information out there on your opportunity or business and people don't respond and you get frustrated, you have to just keep learning how to properly craft your message, and eventually the right person is going to listen. And eventually there'll just be more and more of them. And so anyways, and this information that I'm sharing with you, I got from the Elite Marketing Pro information from one of their writers, Andrew Drawn, and he's talking about there's that certain people, you have the makeup of wanting to be an entrepreneur or wanting to go down that. Maybe you didn't know it at the time, but maybe time and circumstances change things, so you now want to go down that path. So number one, if people are not responding to you, can't get frustrated, because number one, it's in our DNA. We're hardwired against risk. As children, people always taught, be safe, stay out of the street, don't do things that are going to hurt you. And doing something that's different and not the normal, graduate from high school, go to a technical school, learn a skill, work in that, or go to college and get a degree and, become an accountant, or work in the business field, or a teacher, or an engineer. And so those are things that are perceived as following a path that's not risky. It means you go do it, and then there's going to be a reward in that you have a stable career, hopefully. So you just have to remember, people are hardwired against risk. So if you're showing them your information about network marketing and stuff, they're just not going to, they perceive that as a risk, or they perceive it as something that's just really not a good thing, and that it's a scam. And I mean, the failures speak for themselves, all the people who have not done well in it. So, they may rightfully think so, but it is also a lack of information. So number one, people are hardwired against risk. We all like safety, so you can't hold that against them. And then number two, making a safe choice is not necessarily a good thing. In the blog post, the author talked about how a very well-known actor, how his father had wanted to do the same thing that he had done, but he made the safe choice of going to school and getting a skill, and a skill that pays reasonably well. You can provide a stable income. But then what happened is, when he lost his job, the family, who was just completely providing on his income, they lost everything. They lost everything, their home, and they were essentially homeless. So making a safe choice is not necessarily the best thing. It may seem like, it may be that you're taking a risk. You're taking a risk that you're never going to achieve some of the things that you really deep down wanted to do. And if you learn how to properly go after them, then you have a pretty good chance of succeeding. So making a safe choice is not necessarily a good thing. We all know this, that they all say, if you work for 40 years and you do this, then you're going to have the retirement. Well, the thing is, that's great, but how many people are able to consistently, when you have children or other things, that you can always know that you're going to have that standard of living, that you're always going to be able to pay your mortgage, that you aren't going to have to move, what is the cost of living, housing, all those things. So there's so many other factors and variables at play. So what he's trying to say is making a safe choice is also risky. And then number three is that the fact that you are choosing to be an entrepreneurial does not necessarily mean that it's risky. Because if you're going down the path of somebody who wants to join a network marketing company and learn how to grow a business, if you are doing it alongside working your job, that is not doing something risky. That means you are keeping your income and you are learning from people, and if you learn and follow their steps, then you will eventually see the income and work the numbers. So just because you want to become an entrepreneur, it doesn't mean, it means you could be a guarded risk taker, and you learn how to take the right risks. And then when you learn how to take the right risks, and the more you learn them and you follow a path, then you are going to see the response that you desire and a level of freedom that other people who are not willing to take any form of risk or keep going with the safe choice, they will never experience that. So anyways, just remember that this year when you're talking to people about your network marketing company. People, unless they're entrepreneurial or maybe they're thinking, they're hardwired against risk. So don't hold it against them. Just keep you know, talking and sharing, and you will eventually see the numbers. But anyways, I hope that you found this helpful. And if you want to learn how I'm actually growing a business at night, you can just message me, and I will speak to you as soon as I'm back at my computer. And you have a great evening. Thank you.